right, and we're live. Let's go ahead and tap in. We are live on YouTube, we are live on Facebook, and lastly, we are live on Instagram. So, man, let's go ahead and jump into it tonight, guys. You know, one of the best pieces of advice that I ever got around growing an online health coaching business, it actually wasn't about sales, and it wasn't about marketing either. And it was this one simple statement. And it was, Elijah, stop trying to build a business and focus on building a movement. Okay, so inside of this live, I'm going to break down exactly what can happen when you start to shift your mindset from a coaching and training business to a movement, right? To building a movement that allows you to stand out, attract ideal clients, right? And scale past six figures while making the impact that you desire to make. So this is going to be for you if you're a health coach and you're deeply passionate about transforming lives and not just selling programs, right? So if that sounds like you're 100% inside of the right place. Okay. So before I kind of get going on things, guys, I kind of want to check the posts inside of the chat, inside of the Facebook group. Okay. I know we're on YouTube as well. YouTube, we picking up on YouTube a little bit slow. YouTube is not my main platform, but we stream there anyway, just for any people that are out there to find us. But if you're a coach, if you're a health coach and you have a niche and you're super, super passionate about helping your niche, I want you to drop a one in the chat, whether you're on Instagram or whether you're inside of the Facebook group. Okay. And this could be for you if you are a fat loss coach, a functional medicine coach, a PCOS coach, an autoimmune coach, a productivity coach, a mental health coach, a holistic health coach, a vegan weight loss coach, a strength training coach, a coach for women in midlife, a coach for menopausal symptom, a coach for postpartum, right? The list goes on. If you have a specific niche, if you really, really are passionate about, the audience that you serve, right, I want you to go ahead and drop a one in the chat, right? And so, man, it's really interesting because most coaches believe that, and I have fell victim to this before. Most coaches believe that success actually comes from either the perfect strategy, the perfect funnel, or like sales script or objection handling. But what I've noticed is that a lot of times, the real reason why most coaches thrive while others struggle despite those things is because successful coaches don't just sell coaching. They know how to rally people around their mission, right? And so here's how I want you guys to think about this. When you're building a movement creates momentum in your brand. It creates a demand for your services, and that's the type of demand that makes selling effortless and consistent, right? And so, like, you'll never build a movement by just chasing sales, but you'll always make sales by building a movement around your coaching business. And so I want to bring you guys back to like how when I finally took heed to this price, to this piece of advice, a lot of things started changing for me. Because for a long time, when I was a health and wellness coach, I was focused on marketing and sales and leads, right? Trying to fix my business and solving these sort of individual problems. If I didn't have enough leads, I was trying to fix that. But if I got enough leads, and I was trying to fix my sales issue, then I was like, okay, I got to make sure the product is good. And what I started noticing is that I always felt like I was still in the deep red ocean of other fitness and health and wellness coaches. And even when I had decided to, niche down, and I did all the basic things that all the business coaches tell us what the market tells us to do in order to have a successful high ticket coaching business, niching down, having a sales process. I'm doing all these things, but if I want to be honest with you guys, if I want to keep it a whole 100 with you guys, I definitely was still feeling like I wasn't standing out. And so I remember when my mentor was drilling this to me consistently, like, bro, stop trying to build a business, start building a movement. And everything started to come together with it as I kind of started to take heed to it slowly, right? And when I did, I started to realize, like, wait, yes, I want to help, for me at the time, I want to help men get in shape, right? Yes, I want to help the guys that I work with, find more balance in their lifestyle and in their business. Yes, I want to be able to create this highly transformational coaching, and I want to make money doing it. But I also realized, like, wait, what's the reason why though? And when I started to ask my questions around why and what was really my mission, I started to kind of approach marketing just a little bit differently. And then suddenly it was almost like I wasn't just another coach just trying to get clients, right? I started just really showing up differently and stepping into my leadership in a way that I marketed. Now, this is important because you guys get these cookie cutter funnels and scripts and all these different things from all these different coaches. But when it comes to like being a leader inside of your marketing, that is something that is uniquely you. And so when I started to step into this, that's when my business transformed, because that's when I started realizing, wait, I'm actually attracting ideal clients while operating in my values, right? I was able to build a movement-based business model, which we're going to talk about later on in this live, which is where I didn't only just sell high ticket coaching. I was able to create experiences, retreats, right? VIP days. And so my coaching became known for methodology. My coaching became known for transformation, and I was able to deliver that transformation in multiple different ways in my business model. Like, that's one of the dope things, especially when you're really, really about deep level transformation. And honestly, like, the shift just led to more impact, like more community, more scalability, allowing me to introduce these different types of things and create this deep type of client transformation. Now, I don't know about you, but if you envision a coaching business where not only you're helping people, get right with their health and make these changes that you're helping them make, but you're also creating deep level transformation and you're giving them different ways to do it, such as coming to your retreat or your conference or your VIP day or buying your book, I want you to drop a one in the chat. Like, if you think about your business beyond the scope of just an offer, just a program, right? And you are thinking long term, like legacy, right? When it comes to your business, I want you to drop a one in the chat. Because again, this, what I'm talking about, it's not for everybody, right? If you just want to make a little bit of money as a coach, that's great. Like, you don't have to have these big grandiose thoughts behind the business, right? I always tell people, be honest with yourself. But if you know deep down, you started your business from a transformation that you experienced, and you want to be able to cultivate that transformation with people with these different experiences, then go ahead and drop one in the chat, right? Because for me, I have realized that when you lead a movement, again, you don't just become another coach selling programs. You really do become the go-to authority, and you start to create demand. And people don't just rally around you; they rally around your mission. And this is when you start to build something that client attraction just becomes a natural part of how you're showing up and how you're marketing, right? And so what I want to do is I'm gonna break down a couple of different really, really actionable steps that you can take to almost, I'm not going to say pivot, but approach the way that you're building your business right now and just slightly make some tweaks in your intention, right? If you desire to build a movement where you can rally people around your mission, right? People are bought into you, right? And most importantly, you're attracting clients with ease. Okay. So first things first is, this is gonna be super practical, guys, and it's something that, like, it's not like some secret strategy, but it's actually something that's gonna really, really allow you guys to ground yourself and understand how your business is actually connecting with your life, right? And that's going to be about what I call defining your owner's intent of your business. Okay, so owner's intent, in a short and sweet way, is asking yourself, where does your business fit into your lifestyle and long-term goals? Okay, because this intent shapes your focus, right? Are you focused on cash flow? Okay, do you want to create more impact? Do you want to scale? Is this business like, just is this business just like a little extra five figures a year for you and your family? Is it something that you want to grow to 6 figures, 7 figures, right? Is this business like a lifestyle business? Do you want to scale it out and build a platform? Is this business sort of like an extension of like, just like a passion project, or just like, just kind of like a thing you like to do? Or is this a movement that you want to build? These are really, really important questions to ask yourself, because at the end of the day, it only makes sense for you to take on advice and perspective and strategy that is aligned with what purpose your business actually has for you and your lifestyle. And so a lot of coaches, we jump into coaches and we jump into coaching. And sometimes it's just like that next thing. I just need freedom. I don't want to train clients at 5 a.m. And then I don't want to train clients from 5 a.m. to 11 a.m. and then 3 p.m. to 8 p.m. anymore. Right? Because you realize it's not sustainable. So sometimes like, hey, I'm just jumping in for freedom while still being able to make the same amount of income. Then it moves towards impact. Then it moves towards making some real money. Then you start to think a little bit deeper than that. And some of you guys are at the point where it's like, this isn't just about making money. It really is about making impact. But you got to be real with yourself and where you're at with that, right? Because there's nothing wrong with either. There's nothing wrong with just wanting to make an additional, 30 to 50K to add some supplemental income to your family. There's nothing wrong with that, right? There's nothing wrong with that. But there's also definitely nothing wrong with wanting to create a 6 or 7 figure movement where you are helping, postpartum mothers bounce back from, the experience of having a baby and the experience of having to psychologically deal with all those changes in their body. Right. And so the ball is in your court. You just got to decide like what's going to be the most relevant for you. Okay. And then the second step is, you guys know I talk about this often. You have to craft a powerful market message. Okay. Because if you're going to create a movement, it's going to need a clear message that directly speaks to your audience, right? Their pain points, their desires, their beliefs, right? And so you're going to need to make sure that you have a powerful market message that is able to cut through, the fluff in the crowd in a red ocean and create your own blue ocean. Right? So crafting a powerful market message is going to be major key before we do anything. I always say messaging is even more important than offers. And by the way, guys, before I forget, if you're serious about building a 6-figure plus movement, we're actually hosting another free masterclass, movement-based messaging. It's going to be happening Monday and Tuesday of next week at 4 p.m. EST. Okay, so inside of this, we're going to be really breaking down the frameworks on how to build a movement-driven health coaching business that attracts the right clients and that can help you get past 100K. And we're really going to be focusing on messaging. Right. So if you're interested, either drop a comment if you're on the Facebook group, if you drop a comment on YouTube, or go shoot over to my Instagram and DM me. Right. Just DM the word movement and we'll send you over the link where you can register. It's going to be completely free class workshop. You're going to leave right with your messaging dialed in, because like I said, if you're trying to build a movement, messaging is going to be one of the most important things. OK, so again, either comment or DM movement. OK, and we'll make sure that we get you over that link to register. Now, with that being said, let's talk about step number 3. Okay. You determined where you want to go with the business. You started to craft the right market message. Now what you have to do is you have to build the right type of offer structure. Okay. And so you want to be able to make sure that your offer solves a specific problem and it creates transformation. Right. Because here's the thing. Your movement is based on just like it's who you serve, what problem you solve, it's your why, right? But your offer still has to solve a very specific problem for people. Okay. Your offer is like the part that like, it's what you actually sell to make the revenue to get to 6 figures and beyond. Right. And so you want to make sure that your offer is in alignment with your messaging. And again, it's solving a very specific problem for your ideal clients. Because once we have that offer, that's when we go into step 4, which is creating a system to attract and convert clients consistently, right? So movement-based marketing is really about consistently getting in front of the right people and positioning your message and positioning your offer. Because some people, they're going to be ready to convert immediately. Some people are just going to love you for what you do, and they're going to really be attracted to your brand. But what's most important is that once you get that messaging and that offer dialed in, we have to have a system where we are consistently getting in front of new people, right? that are our ideal clients that we can convert and enroll into our offer. Because the movement is one part, but we still have to make sure that you're selling. You still have to make sure that you're, getting your offer out there to help people. Okay, so this is where we start to talk about things like content, DM strategies, ads, live events. This is where all these things come into play. I always say that this needs to be simple for you. This is where a lot of coaches get confused. There are multiple ways to skin a cat. You need to figure out what is most aligned with you based on your capacity, right? Based on your resources that you have in the business, to create something that's simple, that is consistent, that it always consistently gets you in front of your ideal clients, right? So that we can continue building that tribe and building that movement and selling your offer. And then lastly, number 5 is you want to make sure that you serve at the highest level and build community, right? Scaling is not just about sales, guys. It's about retaining clients. It's about creating success stories. When I say creating success stories, I don't mean just the screenshot. I don't mean just the before and after. I mean, really, really creating success stories and fostering community within your coaching program. Because movements, if you're really going to build a movement, you need to build something that's going to grow because people feel connected to something bigger. And so it's going to be really, really creating a high level of service, but also really, really fostering that community. And that's the difference. Like, it's easy to just be like, hey, here's your macros, here's your training plan, or here's a detox. It's easy to do that. It's a little bit different to say, hey, you know what? Like, this is the values. These are the core values of, what we stand on here inside this community. Because when you start to coach at a deeper level, the transformation goes a little bit deeper than just what you're getting them inside of that program. And so if you want to build a movement, you want to be able to serve at the highest level and build that community. It's not going to help you only expand the movement, but it's also going to help you retain clients, which is a huge part of being able to scale your business past 6 figures. Let me know if you guys have any questions so far. I know we went over a lot, right? We're talking about building a movement-based coaching business, scaling it past 6 figures, right? So here's the thing, guys. If you resonated with this is exactly, why I created, our movement-based marketing. And the dope thing about it is we actually have what we call a trial offer. So we talked about the masterclass earlier, right? We got a whole lot of stuff like really, really set out for you guys to serve and get you guys some clarity and get you guys some progress inside of your business, but only if you're willing to do the work, right? So if you are a coach watching this under the sound of my voice and you're tired of feeling like another coach trying to sell coaching or program, and you want to start to really step into like your true authority, like you want to build a movement, you want to attract clients with confidence, right? I want to make sure that you get access to our movement-based marketing trial. You're going to get access to all of our master classes when you get into the trial. Okay. And we're going to help you really, really create a system that's designed to help you elevate your thought leadership, attract dream clients, implement proven systems. And it's going to come with 5 days of coaching, like hands-on coaching with me and the team. So that way we can start to refine your messaging. We can start to attract the right people, and we can start to make you sales. And so whether you're stuck with the issue of lead gen right now, whether you are trying to figure out like how to turn my messaging into a movement, or whether you're trying to just figure out how to enroll more clients, right? It doesn't matter. We got you covered. All you got to do is reach out to us. Just DM me the word movement, right? Again, you'll get access to not only the master class that we got coming up this Monday and Tuesday, 4 p.m. EST. Guys, if you want to get your messaging dialed in, gotta jump into the master class. Okay. But also we're going to give you 5 days of coaching so you can start to implement the things that you're learning along with the coaching that we have available to you. So we've had people come to the trial, fix their messaging. We've had people come to the trial, make sales immediately. We do give you guys some immediate action to be able to bring some cash flow into your business. And it's all on the house at no cost. Now it's only me and my team. Right. So we don't do the whole fake urgency thing, but we only have a certain amount of slots on our calendar. So again, DM the word movement or comment the word movement. We'll get you access to the details. We'll get you inside of the movement-based messaging offer trial. You'll be able to get access to the movement-based messaging masterclass. And we're going to get you moving in the right direction where you can become one of one. You can start to develop your thought leadership and you can build a movement inside of your industry. So Again, it's not for everybody. We don't work with all coaches. We work with the coaches who are looking to grow their business in that direction. So if that sounds like you, feel free to shoot us a DM and we'll see how we can help out. All right, guys. So listen, I appreciate you guys tonight. I'm gonna check over here on Facebook, see if we had any questions on Instagram. I'm gonna scroll through real quick just to see if we had any questions before I close things out. I see we got a couple of people dropping some ones. I love it, guys. Listen, like building a movement is different from just building a business. It takes a little bit more intentionality. It takes a little bit more thought. It takes a little bit more purpose. However, it's very, very rewarding because you don't just become attached to the highs and lows of revenues and 5-figure or 4-figure months or 6-figure years. It becomes more about the transformation that you're actually offering. And those are the type of coaches that we want to work with. Those are the type of coaches that we know we can help. So if that sounds like you, we got to get tapped in. All right. So I appreciate you guys, man. I'm going to head out and we will connect soon.